Good evening. It's a little cold, it's a little windy, but we are here at Sunset Cliffs and we are about to go explore some sea caves. Let's go.
I've been living in the city for a long while.
First point of interest is the open ceiling sea cave. It is fenced off kind of sort of somewhat. It's kind of down there and we are parked near the street, so you don't have to park that far. However, we are going to have to climb down that giant monstrosity of a wall in order to get access to it over there. So let's begin.
I was born with the gift that I really just opened. The natural knack for rapping poets emotion. Passion I lacked for quite some time was equivalent to dust. Collecting on guitars, sitting in the storage spaces, basements, attics, and vaults. Of two-handed, 10-finger capable adults. I had to break the habit, grab it to get this drumming, eloquently humming a melody that's becoming this song. It won't be long till I'm deaf and arthritic.
I consider myself to be a decent climber, but I'm not the best climber. Not good enough to hold a camera while I climb down this thing, because especially since it's so steep, and not to mention, it's kind of hard to grab a hold of anything. So I'm going to put my camera down and I'll meet you all down there.
Thank you very much, but I'm just wondering, do you feel me? You ain't even really got to hear me.
Just came down from climbing the wall. Now that you see it from the bottom, there is an obvious route to get down. Just definitely take your time. We are gonna start heading over to the open ceiling sea cave, but first a nice little side point of interest, a little hidden tunnel. The sharpest needle in your mother's sewing kit. I don't claim to be a psychic on some all-knowing shit, but I'm grown as shit. I know a bit. I know that if you're holding on to older shit, you probably should let go of it. The boldest moments. Do be careful where you put your hands when climbing across all these boulders. There's a good amount of little tiny bugs that are all running around here, but we did make it to a nice little hidden tunnel. This tunnel kind of goes to the ocean. As far as how this tunnel formed, I have zero clue, but that is pretty freaking rad. The deities of every religion wrapped into one, so fuck a hot lyric. This is God's spirit I'm from. You do not hear it, you feel it into the sun. It's so clear, it's like the air I breathe in my lungs. That same air that people breathing when they speaking in tongues. Same air vibrating when you beat on the drums. It is incredibly peaceful over here. Now, in order to get access to this tunnel, you do need to come here when it is a negative tide. If you do not come during a negative tide, you better be a phenomenally great swimmer. However, even though it's a negative tide today, there's still going to be some water. So, we're going to take our shoes off and get our feet a little wet. Is it even truly an adventure if you're not getting your feet a little wet? Wow, it's peaceful here. Woo! And we made it. A lot of rocks scrambling to get here, but looks like we are the only ones here. Now, the tide's not going to be negative forever. We got to get the heck up out of here and go to our next point of interest. Seriously, before I leave, this is like one of the most beautiful places in the freaking world, in my opinion. Goodbye, beautiful ceiling sea cave. Time to go back.
Now that I got my shoes back on, looking up at this thing, going down's not that bad, but going up is a lot more creepy if you don't have a spotter. If you come check this out for your first time, I definitely recommend coming with somebody. Woo! Let's do it! Made it out, onto our next point of interest. Coming to our next point of interest, we're gonna have to climb down that wall to get around that side. Let's do it! Probably come here pretending as if there isn't, but we are very fortunate because today somebody left their rope here. We are here at Rum Runners Cave. This is the hidden staircase. Don't forget a headlamp. This was a secret tunnel during the Prohibition, to my knowledge, to smuggle alcohol. And there are some drops, so definitely be careful. Let's go. There are two tunnels when you come up in the staircase. You could either go right or you could go left. Do be aware, there are freaking rats and bats and bugs and crabs and everything creepy in here. But this way, other than the creepy skull, leads to somewhere cool. Absolutely nowhere. It's just a dead end. So, now we are going to go turn right and see where that goes.
Hold on, let me help you put it down.
We made it. I gotta go back up that creepy tunnel again, but we made it. We made it back to the other side, the entrance if you will, and the water is starting to rise, so I need to get the heck up out of here. Not to mention sunset's about to start, so I gotta go find a good place to go watch it. They don't call this place Sunset Cliffs for nothing. My name is Bobby. Thank you guys for coming on this adventure with me. See you guys in the next one.
Hey yo, you're right, and it's a pitiful shame. It's quite hazardous. this. Michael is a biblical name, it's like Lazarus. Ain't nobody rapping quite as laid back as this. Me and Herbs casually sitting around passing spliffs. We